Hey there, history buffs and fantasy enthusiasts. Ever wondered what it really took to survive as a knight back in the day? Beyond the shining armor and epic tales, there were some seriously crucial skills that separated the heroes from, well, the fallen. Today, we're diving deep into the battlefield secrets of medieval knights, uncovering the top 5 essential skills that were absolutely non-negotiable for survival. Trust me, it's not just about swinging a sword. First up, let's talk about something incredibly dynamic and often overlooked in its complexity: mounted combat proficiency. Imagine this. You're on a powerful warhorse, thundering across an open field, armor clanking, lance poised. This wasn't just about riding the horse, it was about being an extension of your steed. Knights spent countless hours, often from childhood, mastering the art of fighting from horseback. They needed to control their powerful animal with subtle cues, guiding it through chaotic battlefields, over uneven terrain, and into the fray, all while wielding heavy weaponry. Think about it, steering a warhorse, which could weigh upwards of 1,000 pounds with your legs and balance while simultaneously delivering a precise lance charge or slashing, with a sword required an almost superhuman level of coordination and strength. A well-executed cavalry charge could break enemy lines, turning the tide of an entire battle. But a poorly trained knight could easily be unseated, trampled, or become a liability. They learned to fight in formations, to execute intricate maneuvers, and to dismount and remount quickly if needed. This mastery wasn't just about offense. It was about evasion, about using the horse's speed and momentum to their advantage, making them incredibly difficult targets to pin down. It was a dance of power, precision, and partnership between man and beast, a skill that truly meant the difference between life and death on the medieval battlefield. Moving on from the saddle, our second essential skill is weapon mastery. Now, you might think, of course, a knight needs to know how to use a sword, but it was far more nuanced than that. A knight's arsenal was diverse, and true mastery meant proficiency with multiple weapons. The longsword was iconic, yes, but what about the lance for that initial mounted charge? The warhammer or mace for crushing plate armor? The dagger for close quarters grappling? Each weapon had its own weight, balance, and technique, and a knight had to be able to switch between them seamlessly depending on the situation, the opponent, and even the type of armor they were facing. Training wasn't just about brute force, it was about understanding the physics of combat, leverage, timing, footwork, and anticipating an opponent's moves. They practiced against dummies, with sparring partners, and in mock battles, learning to exploit weaknesses in armor, to parry blows, and to deliver decisive strikes. Imagine the hundreds, even thousands, of hours dedicated to refining every thrust, every parry, every block. This wasn't a casual hobby, it was a lifelong dedication. A knight's weapon wasn't just a tool, it was an extension of their will, honed through relentless practice until it became second nature. This comprehensive understanding of various arms allowed them to adapt to any challenge the battlefield threw at them, ensuring they weren't just fighters, but true warriors. Next up, let's shift our focus from individual combat to the bigger picture: strategic understanding. A knight wasn't just a fighting machine, they were often leaders, commanders, and integral parts of a larger military structure. This meant they needed a keen understanding of strategy and tactics, not just how to fight, but where and when to fight. This included knowledge of siege warfare, understanding how to attack or defend fortified castles, which were the ultimate strongholds of the medieval era. Knights needed to grasp concepts like flanking maneuvers, proper formation deployment, the logistics of supplying an army, and even the psychological impact of certain actions. They learned about engineering aspects of siege engines, how to breach walls, or conversely, how to strengthen defenses and hold out during a siege. Understanding terrain, weather, and the strengths and weaknesses of different troop types were all critical. A knight might lead a charge, but a truly effective one knew why that charge was necessary, where it should be directed, and how it fit into the overall battle plan. This strategic insight allowed them to make split-second decisions that could save their lives and the lives of their men, turning potential defeats into victories. It elevated them beyond mere soldiers into true military minds. Our fourth essential skill might surprise some, but it was absolutely fundamental to a knight's very identity: adherence to the code of chivalry. Now, some might argue this isn't a direct survival skill in the same way weapon mastery is, but hear me out. The code of chivalry, with its emphasis on honor, courage, justice, and protection of the weak, was more than just a set of polite manners. It was a social contract, a framework that governed a knight's behavior both on and off the battlefield, and it profoundly impacted their ability to survive and thrive. Upholding honor meant they were respected by allies and, critically, by enemies. A knight known for his honorable conduct might be spared in defeat, taken for ransom rather than summarily executed, because he was seen as a valuable and trustworthy individual. Betrayal or cruelty, on the other hand, could lead to a swift and brutal end if captured. Furthermore, the code fostered camaraderie and loyalty among fellow knights, creating a cohesive fighting force where men trusted each other to stand firm in the face of danger. It encouraged discipline, discouraged unnecessary brutality that could incite fierce retribution, and often meant that even in the chaos of battle, there was an unspoken understanding of certain rules. This ethical foundation built a reputation, secured alliances, and even ensured better treatment in captivity, proving that sometimes character was just as powerful as a sword. And finally, but certainly not least, we come to the bedrock of all these abilities: physical conditioning. Knights were the elite athletes of their time, undergoing rigorous training that would put many modern-day fitness enthusiasts to shame. Wearing 50 to 60 pounds of plate armor, sometimes even more, and fighting for hours in the heat of battle required incredible stamina, strength, and resilience. Their training involved far more than just sparring. They practiced horsemanship, often in heavy armor, for extended periods. They engaged in calisthenics, wrestling, running, and weapon drills that built explosive power and endurance. Imagine the sheer muscular strength needed to swing a heavy sword repeatedly, or to stay seated on a galloping horse while being jostled and struck. They needed powerful core strength, strong legs, and exceptional cardiovascular fitness to avoid exhaustion, which in battle was a death sentence. Injuries were common, so a knight also needed incredible fortitude to push through pain and maintain focus. This wasn't just about looking formidable. It was about having the physical capacity to execute every other skill we've discussed under the most extreme pressure imaginable. Their bodies were their ultimate weapons, forged through relentless discipline and tireless effort, ensuring they could endure the brutal realities of medieval combat. So there you have it, the top 5 essential skills that every knight needed to master to survive the perilous world of medieval warfare. From the thunderous charge of mounted combat and the lethal precision of weapon mastery to the strategic mind navigating battlefields and castles, the honorable adherence to chivalry and the raw unyielding power of physical conditioning, it was a truly formidable combination. These aren't just historical footnotes, they're a testament to human resilience, dedication, and the multifaceted nature of survival. It makes you look at those tales of valor in a whole new light, doesn't it? Thank you so much for joining me on this journey back in time. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the knight's world, please hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments below. Which skill do you think was the most crucial? And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more fascinating explorations into history and beyond. Your support helps us bring more awesome content to you. Stay curious, and I'll catch you in the next one.